Hey y'all, so I wanted to come on here and just encourage someone that is going into the new year to keep pressing, to come out of that comfort zone. A lot of times we are operating in a spirit of being comfortable, and it's time for you to step out of that box. It's time for you to let go of some of the things that you need to let go of. It's time for you to do some things that you've been wanting to do. 2023 is coming and has came so quickly that I want to unction you right here, right now, for you to write down some things that you desire, some things that you want to do, and I'm calling you forward to do it. Start operating in your gifts. Stop waiting on people and ask yourself, what is my next move? What is my next level? What can I accomplish for the new year? And watch 2023 do everything that it's supposed to do for you.
Welcome back, guys. I trust you've been staying safe. So, you just met Natasha Walker and you heard her. She just shared a positive, powerful message, and this was in December 2022 as she was gearing up to enter 2023. She had a lot of great things to achieve, and she was already on her way doing so many great things in her life and the lives of the people around her. But then, evil would strike. Her life was cut short at the age of 32, leaving two kids without their mom and their father also getting into trouble as a result of what happened to her. This is one of the true crime stories that shook a family to its core, and it's still ongoing as at 2023. If you are ready for this true crime story, just buckle up and let's go. Now, before we get into the case, let's show some love to the memory of Natasha, her family, and all her loved ones by just typing RIP Natasha in the comment section. You can choose to add other beautiful things that you'd want to extend to her family in the comment section as well. Now, this case is still ongoing. It started in January of 2023 and is still unfolding as we speak. So it's coming to you from Greensboro in the United States of America. And it involves a lady, a very beautiful soul at that, by name Natasha Walker, 32 years old, and she had two kids, happily married with her husband. Natasha was living the American dream, so to speak. She had had some minor setbacks in business, according to what she posted on her Facebook, but she had picked things up. You could see that she was a very determined woman, and she was epitomizing the essence of working hard to achieve what you want and never giving up and being positive, uplifted, and motivated, and also being spiritual as well. When I looked at this case, I had shivers because a thought came to mind, like, why is it becoming more and more like the good seem to be dying younger and the so-called evil are still around? Not that I'm wishing death on anybody, but it's becoming quite obvious that good people are dying. And I just wish her family and her friends the strength to go through this difficult phase as this case evolves. RIP to you, Natasha. You were a beautiful soul. But she was on track. She had just moved into her dream house with her husband, her family, and her job. Things were just going so well for her. And she entered into the new year, January 1st, 2023. But just 2 hours into the new year, her life was cut short by a man whom she didn't even see coming as a threat to her. For her, she got caught in the mix just trying to do good to another woman who seemed to be having issues with this man. Now, per reports out there, the man was actually in a form of relationship with another woman, and it had turned abusive domestically. And some way, somehow, Natasha had gotten to know and was trying to take measures to get this woman out of this terrible situation and put her on a path that could also help build her life, I think this is honorable. So why would somebody go ending her life because she's trying to do this good to another human being? But that is exactly what happened. So on this fateful day, she was in her car, and from nowhere, shots rang out into the car, and she was hit in her car and she died in the car as a result. At the moment, it wasn't clear what had happened, who it was, and what the motive was. But as investigations started unfolding, it started becoming a bit clearer that this was a calculated attack by a man known as Vishon, who, for some reason, had decided that because Natasha was trying to get a domestic victim of his out of under his thumb, he was going to take his anger out on her instead. And looking at it from a narcissistic view, it makes sense because he would see her as a threat. Probably he has dominated this victim of his for so long, he knows he has her at his beck and call. So for Natasha to come in as a knight in shining armor, portraying that she is coming to rescue her from under his thumb, he would see her as a threat, especially looking at how successful she was. And he wasn't. He was more like a bomb, so to speak. So that is what he did. And just like that, such a senseless thing to do, he ended the life of this beautiful soul. And we are where we are now. Now, moments after this had occurred, Natasha's husband would also find this guy and run over him with his car, thereby inflicting severe injuries on Vishon. Now, the suspect in the murder of Natasha was hospitalized as a result with various severe multiple injuries, but that did not stop the police from still charging him with the murder of Natasha. It will turn out per court documents that he has a very dangerous past. He's been involved in assault, handling of weapons, and other stuff that puts a very huge question mark on him as a red flag. And some way, somehow, this guy was not ready to turn his life around at the age of 48, but felt that he was rather going to end the life of this beautiful soul who was trying to shed some light into his victim's life. I just can't wrap my head around it, but believe you me, evil lives with us. This case is still ongoing. I'm not trying to pass judgment, but this is what has been put out so far, and we are following the case to see how it ends. If you are watching this video and maybe, just maybe, you haven't seen other videos that we have on our channel, I would suggest that you quickly scout through our list and check out some of the videos. I am a YouTube channel based in Ghana, West Africa, but I tell you, irrespective of where you find yourself watching this video, whatever continent you are on, you would begin to appreciate when you watch my videos that the crimes don't really change irrespective of which part of the world they are occurring at. Usually the trend is quite same. Maybe the sophistication may differ because of differences in the level of development and whatever, but the motive and the narcissistic tendencies are usually underlying in the same direction. Leave your comments in the comment section if you think that I'm right after watching some of these videos. But hey, this story really got me shook because you wouldn't see this coming if you are in Natasha's shoes. I'm sure if she could, she would have taken some security measures. But unfortunately, this has happened. She has since been buried and the case is still evolving. Like I said, I wish her a peaceful rest, and I wish her friends and family the strength to endure as this goes on. And she actually leaves behind 2 young kids. 2 young kids. It breaks my heart so much. And a husband also. It's not yet clear what the law enforcement agencies or the justice system is going to do with the husband for running over her alleged murderer with his car. But we are following this case. We'll see how it unfolds. Hit the subscribe button if you are yet to do so. Thank you so much. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. We appreciate your support. We do not take it for granted. Hit the notifications button if you are yet to do so. Share the video. We'll catch you next time. But until then, like I always say, keep an eye out and stay safe out there.